It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Tool Beer in Denmark. And this is a can of their Guava Nice Day. It's a guava and peach fruited sour in a 500ml can, coming in at 5.5% ABV. I do like Tool Beer. I've not had a Tool Beer for a while, so I'm looking forward to this one. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening, beer in the glass. Oh, look at that. Lovely looking beer, good levels of carbonation. We got a 2-finger white head. A little bit of an overspill, but that was down to my excited behaviour trying to get this beer in the glass. I do like a Tool beer, I really do. So the beer in the glass is a hazy, almost straw coloured beer. I'm going to say on its way to amber straw coloured with a lot of haze. I can imagine this being really sour. Guava, peach, plus that kind of classic kind of, probably lactobacillus, which changes the malt from, it's like a fork in the road, lactobacillus. The malt wants to be sweet. It wants to go down the sweet road. But lactobacillus, in a very simple term, is like a block in the road, and it's like, no, you can't go down that way, you need to go down that way instead. And it makes the malt sour instead of being sweet. That's a very, very, very simple way of explaining lactobacillus. It's actually a milk byproduct. Let's get the aroma on this beer then. Oh, yeah. Loads of guava, loads of peach. Oh, it smells terrific. Terrific. Really, really lovely. It gets your palate really kind of salivating, really kind of wanting to dive into this, and all your saliva glands are really switched on. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, that's sour. Wow. Really, really sour. Really, really sour. Not enough beers these days. Not enough beers are sour enough. They're just not sour enough. What I like about this beer, what I like about sour beers in general, when they're done properly, correctly, is that they make your face crumple up like a crisp bag. As a beer reviewer on YouTube, I suppose some might mind that, you know, where their face go, oh, that's sour. But I don't mind that. It's me showing you that the beer is doing what it's supposed to do. It's giving you that kind of raw sourness, but not just sour. Not just sour. There's some fruit flavours coming through as well. Oh. That guava, that fruited guava taste mixed with the peach is just wonderful. It's so refreshing. It's so refreshing and it's so uplifting. Now I'm reviewing this beer. I don't mind saying it's no, that's a fast clock. It's 9:51 AM. My microwave's from Aldi. The time ticks by a little bit quicker than it should. Every 2 months I gotta look at the clock and go, right, I gotta change this back. It just speeds along at its own pace. But what a fantastic, what I'm trying to get at here is 10 to 10 in the morning. And this is like having a really good glass of orange juice after you've had a bit of a night out the night before. You know, especially when you stay in a hotel. Now I do a lot of beer trips. I do a lot of beer festivals, and there's a lot of my time I wake up in a hotel room and I'm like, right, I need a cup of coffee straight away. And I go down, I have my morning cup of coffee in the hotel, and then I see orange juice. And the only time I drink orange juice is while I'm in hotels away, because it's there. It's one of those things, it's there, I go, ooh, yeah, I fancy that. And I have a glass of fruit juice in the morning. This seems to have that same effect, that same uplifting, wake your senses effect that a good glass of grapefruit juice or orange juice would do for you in the morning. It's lovely. Really lovely, lovely beer. Just realised it was just a case of I picked up this glass this morning. I'm sure Tool Beer don't mind, but I've picked up a Mackellar glass. Tool and Mackellar being two different Danish breweries. It was just a complete coincidence. I just opened the cupboard door this morning and grabbed the glass out. There's no thought behind it. There was no kind of... I suppose if there was thought behind it, I wouldn't have picked up a Mackellar glass to review a Tool Beer. I'm sure they get on like a house on fire over there in Denmark, but just in case they don't, there's my excuse. It's the morning. The one thing I haven't talked about yet is just how refreshing this beer is. For 5.5% ABV, this beer is one of the most refreshing, juicy beers that I've tasted in a long time. Now, unfortunately, as the sour beer trend has been fantastically popular, so has the supermarkets jumping on sour beers, and supermarkets asking brewers to brew sour beer for £3.50 a can. That's the biggest thing, to sit on the supermarket shelf. And I've had some of the supermarket sour beers and they've really not hit the spot. They've really been a bit boring. They've really been a bit rubbish. And it's kind of almost tarnished my appetite to go and look for sour beer, because the amount of sour beer I've had from the supermarket recently has been really, really kind of like, poor. The only really good one, ironically, is the Brewdog's Cosmic Raspberry Crush beer, which from their Sourworks, their Overworks facility, which I thought was fantastic. That was a really standout beer for me. But I've had some really poor sour beers where the brewers have said they're sour beers and they're tasting like full-bodied smoothie cream fruit juices, and it's like there's no sourness at all. So again, going back to it, it's nice to be able to drink a proper sour beer from a top-notch Danish brewery that's actually properly sour. It's actually making my face want to curl up into like a crisp bag. Yeah, I'm going to rate it. I like this. Tool haven't really said too much on the side of their can. They let the beer do the talking. But I've got to get more of their beers. I really have. I've not drunk enough Tool beer lately. I like that. I really like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.